Alrighty. Do 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 do. Alrighty. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Testing 1 2. Testing 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 1 2. Testing 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 1 2. Testing testing testing. All right. I think everyone can hear. All right. I think everyone can hear. All right. Let's turn those off. Alrighty.
Tenno, your codex has been updated with a new quest.
Okay. Or does he give me forma? Alrighty. It's Christmas time. Let's see what I got in here. Let's see who all I have. So I do have Mesa, Volt, Savagoth, Mag. Okay, so I do have a lot of them built. Gotcha. Okay. Hold on.
Action.
Already. So I think at this point in time we are solely doing the leveling grind right now. Or at least that's what we were doing. I think I can take a little bit of time away and play as whatever I want though. So I'll probably go do some leveling here. A, B, hey nerdy. But yeah, once I get whatever one I want to play as figured out, I'll go straight into the story. I've kind of played a little bit offline, as you guys can see, and not played the story, so we'll focus primarily on that today. I'm trying to think on which one I want to play as, though. Hmm, maybe we play as Ash.
Do you remember the old war, operator? Order seems to have misplaced those memories.
Looks like we have all of our main things that we need on. On. Yeah, I think we're at a good spot there. we will continue using the Boltor. Actually, we'll use a fresh one because we obviously need to rank that up. Use cryo rounds. Speed trigger would be amazing to have on, just so that we get a little bit better fire rate. Let's see here. Yeah, fast hands would be a good one too. We'll switch this one to this guy. And I'll go with Heat Sword. Heat Sword's pretty cool. A little bit more fun to use. And we'll use Killing Blow. All right. All right. So for our missions, we need to do the Jupiter Junction. Or no, we already did the Jupiter Junction. We just need to get this one. So I'll be on Thermos. Why do I already have that open? So LV and then go to Europa. We'll do this exterminate mission real quick, and then we should be able to open up to the next one. Ash is an interesting character because he's not necessarily amazing and he's not necessarily bad. So that makes it a little bit more interesting to play as him because you get him quite a bit later in the game. But we'll play as him for a little while. Just kind of show off all the different different frames.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I'm unable to pinpoint.
This Gorgon just shoots forever too.
Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Or no, sorry, it's not the. It's a Boltor. That's what it is. I'm taking a lot of damage. Okay, they're up here. It's been a while since I've played anything like this, so it's kind of weird getting back into it.
We've got robots inbound.
Wait for this to clear up.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Thank you. This guy like ran through and triggered everything already. Yeah, he literally triggered everything, dude. It sucks because I have to wait, otherwise I'm gonna end up dying. Like I've already taken a lot of damage because of it. Hmm. Oh, I missed it. This is the part that sucks, though. Hmm. I can't even push off the wall, dude. Hmm. I think there's a easier way to do it from down there, but it triggers the second you fall.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to
Yeah.
extraction.
I'm kind of surprised more people don't take out like the things that trigger, though. You know, kind of gets annoying, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just a more respectful player. I don't know.
Another job well executed.
Already. Mm, on that note, I think we go fight the Spectre. I remember this one being kind of powerful too. You gotta be kidding me, dude. I need a better gun. Uh, leave junction. I don't think we're doing enough damage with that gun. Let's try this. This should be a little easier now. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Hold on. Maybe we look at some abilities here for a second. Maybe smoke screen. I tried doing that ultimate and that didn't do much. Hmm. Hmm. I don't understand, dude. Maybe Ash is not the character to use for this. Yeah, there we go. I don't know. I used up all the energy, but still. Alrighty. I'll take it.
You have new quests in your codex.
Hmm. So this wanted me to do ball on Europa. Let's do this. Let's go switch out to something else. Just use bolt for the time being. Use the new bolt door.
Ready to kick.
They're just not really all that great of secondaries for some reason. I don't really understand. Hmm. We'll figure it out later. Maybe do true steel. And maybe we do organ shatter. Heavy attack is good, but how often are we really using that? Europa, mobile defense.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. This will only get more difficult.
Interesting, okay.
Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance. Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in antenna. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend. Terminal hacked. Keep moving. Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will
Well, how's everyone's day going? Are we excited for Christmas Eve tomorrow?
There's a heavy unit approaching. Corpus walkers are heading to your location.
Do we have plans on what we're doing or what's going on?
to defend.
I gotcha.
Area completed. Move on. Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Still working on it. Continue to defend. The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete. Another job well executed. A new quest is available in your codex.
Thank you.
also never form a consonant again, but at least you will not be dead.
Mm.
These radio towers carry top-secret interplanetary communications. You are going to capture the towers and decode incoming messages.
This one's going to be difficult.
Tower captured. Beginning stream decode now. Tower online. The enemy have captured a tower. This tower is ours now. You have captured a radio tower. The enemy have taken a tower. You must recapture it. Tower lost. This tower is ours now.
Can't really leave until
You have
captures.
captured a radio tower. We have lost control of a tower. Tower online. The enemy has captured
Well,
We have decoded the message. The remaining enemies must not report back to their command. Eliminate everyone. War data is being broadcasted. Are you willing to risk going back into the field?
there we go.
They are broadcasting another message. Make sure the enemy never receives it. Good work today. Not only have we decoded...
Hmm. At least we're in a group with people now. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everyone's having a good Monday before Christmas Eve.
Your target today is a Corpus rover. Take control.
We're just trying to get through more of the star chart and missions for Warframe. To be blunt, I've got a few other accounts on this game as well, and this is my PC account, so I decided to play it over and play it for stream. So that's where we're at. We're gonna go in here.
Good work. We now have control of the rover. Hold on, Tenno. Things just got more complicated. The Corpus have corrupted the rover's power cell. I can reconfigure it, but its new source of power will be your Warframe's shields.
Interesting how I'm the only one on this. Start playing online with more people, then it's just me. I guess this guy's here, but
So far, so good.
Revenant Prime.
Keep going. That rover's contents will be a huge boost to our cause. Protect the rover. If it's destroyed, this mission will be considered a failure.
So far, Warframe's been the same old Warframe, but it is kind of fun to just let go of some anger and just smash Corpus and Grenier, though.
Unit approaching. You have almost reached the extraction point.
No, look at all of them.
Fighting.
Oh. Just keep shocking them, I guess. Hmm.
Excellent. This cargo will be a big help to our cause.
Hmm.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and
Cut down the...
make the Lotus proud.
Do this exterminate mission, and then I should be able to do the assassination, and then I should be able to go further. All right. Hopefully, laundry goes well.
Eliminate all Corvus threats.
Neural. 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 Neural.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Heat sword for the win. That was weird. I was holding the trigger and I wasn't doing anything. Yeah, I feel like laundry isn't very much fun.
Well, well, well. Looks like some serious crud is going down out there. Here's to you, anonymous troublemaker.
Anonymous troublemaker. All right, I'll take that.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The enemy is broken. Well done. We'll get to extraction.
All right, come on. Let me out of here.
Another job well executed.
Welcome to the stream, folks. Just playing some Warframe, just vibing. We now have access to the Void. If we would like to keep going that way, we have multiple ways to the Void. So that's nice. But we need to go do that fight. Oh, we don't have. We actually don't have the whatchamacallit. There's supposed to be more quests. This will be a big one that we get here soon, and that we'll need.
Creates diamonds, yes, but it also creates rubble.
Yeah, there's quite a few missions that we don't have access to that we should. Very interesting. Let's go put on a better sword. Let's go fight. Let's go fight. What's his bucket? Start doing some of these damage ones. Yep, that's fine. Northwind, let's add that to be top rank. Shocking Touch is another really important one. All right, let's see where that puts us. So that's some of those more important damage mods and then a little bit of range. So we need to get the pressure point one up. We'll probably max that one out actually. Yeah, we just don't have enough credits. That's fine. So that one should do quite a bit more. So all this green is everything that we improved upon. So it's quite a bit, almost 1,000 damage for a heavy attack. For normal total up to around 200 more damage. That's a huge deal. Magnetic damage is going to do well. All right. I don't know why I didn't think about doing that earlier. So yeah, building our equipment a little bit better just so that we can do a little bit more damage here. And this means we will go into this Themesto. So suggested damage says magnetic damage. So this should do pretty darn well against this boss. And if it doesn't, I'll be amazed. But we'll get this done and then open up that junction mission and then see what else it gives us for missions to do. But yeah, there's a mission that you can do for the Vox Solaris, and it gives you a really really overpowered weapon called the Zorus.
V's newest prototype is a monstrosity
The
formed from
Zorus is the
bodies of a
main
volcano.
way that you
Not the
defeat a
first
lot of
Warframe
the
to go into full production.
like flying
Destroy
and distance
Alad V with its
enemies
core
pretty well
equipment.
or pretty easily because when you have that Zorus, it's a circular disc that is powered through like an electrical charge, and when you throw it, you have the ability to blow it up at anywhere you want. And when you throw it and you blow it up, you can make it do tons of damage. So that weapon is the next weapon to get hands on. They did give me this Dex Nikana just for being a part of the community, I guess. So it's another weapon that's
Stay
fairly
focused.
powerful too because it's got a lot of
Alad V sees the
a
power
lot of
of two and thinks it
like
can
slots for
destroy
things.
itself.
So like if you have your
However,
maxed
see,
out
this blasphemy must
mods,
end
you
now.
can put them all on without really needing to do much. So actually, if you really wanted to, you could just leave this Dex Nikana on, and it'd probably be a weapon that you could throw a lot of what is it, Morphix? No, Forma. You can Forma it a lot so that you can add polarities, and you can just max the whole thing out and not have to worry about anything. But I'm not going to do that just yet because I really like that Zorus quite a bit. But there's a mission that we got to do to get that Zorus.
Oh, I've been looking all over for you, Turtle. Come, come, let me show you my new venture. I think you'd be a perfect fit.
But yeah, we'll go defeat this boss real quick.
My newest enterprise.
The frame parts that we get from this one, I don't think are very good. It does have a lot of armor, but it's a crappy frame in my eyes. Some people like it quite a bit, but I'm not a fan.
Sanuka is your future, your destiny.
Kill LV here.
Make way for the next generation.
Target acquired.
Look at that. That's how quick that went. And that's just because we had that pretty high magnetic damage on. We'll probably eventually come back to this and finish it out just so that we have another frame that we can max out and then sell. Just so that we get more of that mastery rank so that we can get more access to better weapons. Another thing on how to get better weapons is to do the clan dojo, and then there's different labs that you can build better weapons and equipment with in the clan dojo. Is it overpowered? You can make them overpowered, yeah, but I wouldn't say that's an end all be all. That's the Kuva Lich missions that will give you the better weapons. But yeah, so right there we got a systems blueprint for Valkyr. Valkyr is the it doesn't have any crazy powers, but it's got like a grappling hook, and then it's got a battle cry, like 2 or 3 different battle cries, and it has one where it's just like a slash frenzy ability. It's not anything to write home about, but
Has messages for the operator. Anything about orders in there?
again, whenever you get a frame that you don't really like, just max it out and then sell it. There's no other reason to really keep it if you're not gonna use it, you know. There we go. That's the mission I needed, the deadlock protocol. So we'll finish this junction out and then we'll get that deadlock protocol done because that Zorus again is an amazing weapon and you don't even have to complete the mission. I get it. B, I'm rambling on. But I don't know. I really like this next weapon that I'll get. Look how much damage that does. It's crazy once you max it out. So that will help out significantly there.
You have new quests in your codex.
Hmm. So now that we're on Jupiter, there's two things that are pretty important here. This Helene area is a defense mission. It's usually where people go to level up frames and equipment. And then this Tethys is where you fight the boss to get what's called Ember. Ember is a fire frame. Um, a lot of people argue if Ember is worth it or not. I think Ember Prime is more worth it than Ember itself. But yeah, we'll probably swing this side and then just go through until we get. I think we can go from Titan to Helene.
I may require maintenance after all.
I think. Honestly, I'll be kind of mad if we can't. Yeah, it looks like we can here. So this one's the last one, then it connects. Okay. Kind of nice seeing other people play, but at the same time, I kind of want to do it on my own because a lot of these people just kind of run through the whole mission and then finish it without you even doing anything.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
Like right there.
Do not let our target know we're here.
Kind of defeats the purpose of even joining.
Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Tenor. Change of plans. Ignore your original objective. Leave nothing alive.
It's kind of a weird spot for the Lotus just to be like, you know what? Just kill all of them. That's not what they're supposed to be doing, or we're supposed to be doing, I should say.
Soldier, you have been nominated. Your glory awaits in her fortress.
What? I'm not far enough in the story for that to even be a thing to pop up, so I think that's someone else's.
We have the chosen subject. They will become leech or die.
Interesting. Yeah, we're not supposed to get that guy popping up for quite a while in the storyline. But yeah, tonight we're just gonna kind of chill and relax, get through the story a little bit. Maybe level up some frames once we get to Helene, because that's kind of where I'm at. I need to level up frames and max them out, figure out what I want to use. I know that Mirage, the guy that's up there is using, is a lot of fun too. It looks like it's Mirage Prime. Yeah, don't mind if I do. I'll pick that up. And that's how fast some of these missions go when you have people who basically just powerhouse through them. But it is important too because some of these missions get super repetitive, so it's like just get them done, move on.
Another job well executed.
I got Kuva even though I'm not supposed to have Kuva yet. I don't know. It'll help me later in the long run. All right, I'm gonna turn on the little light on the camera. It always like burns my eyes when I turn that on. It's just like the power of the sun. palm of my hand. Mm. Not quite where we can add some of these better things in yet, but I don't know. Maybe we look for some extra damage. Yeah, add some serration. It's not great, but that's still better than nothing. But yeah, with my Volt character, I wanted to try and make him look like a Prime, even though he's not. So that's why it's like all like yellowish gold and black like that. Guy's lightning blue, just because it stands out a little bit more too.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home. We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I keep forgetting that I have like side buttons on my controller too. Like I don't use them, so it's kind of one of those things where it's like you don't pay attention to it, but at the same time, it's like I need to start utilizing those a little bit more. I remember when I first played this mission, I was like, how the heck am I supposed to get through this? And then after like looking around and spending a little bit of time on it, it kind of got easier to figure out. Maybe down? Nope. That's a false. Maybe down here. No. That shouldn't be a false tube. Very interesting. Hey, you guys are making this a lot more difficult than it needs to be. Interesting. Okay, well. Hmm. Yeah, so these tile sets are always similar, but they're never the same. So that's another thing that gets kind of annoying because you can technically be going the right way,
Stay focused.
and it just tell you that you're not getting through. So there's like another like area, kind of like there. I was just looking at the spots that are like definite corners on the map, and that's kind of what I'm going through right now. So that's why that was kind of weird.
The holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
So this is where things are gonna kind of suck if I don't do it right. Um, why? 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 I don't know. I just start floating, dude.
Our hostage is in one of these cells. Subject found. You need
So if
to
you start
locate and
doing one of
disable
those
them. Protect them at
little
all
like
costs.
breakout things, and you fail it, it immediately alarms them too. And sometimes just that like freak out point alone will fail you the mission.
Marines inbound.
So we'll get out of here, and then we'll go to the next one.
Objective has been secured. You
Bada
can
boom,
get
bada
the
bing.
antenna. We'll take it from here.
Mm. Hmm. The contacts are like drying out right now. Okay, so it says that's open now. I don't know why it says that, but excuse me. We'll go do this sabotage mission, and then we should be good to go. Okay, thanks, Nerdy.
Now, who would be knocking over?
The Grineer have been harvesting a nearby planetoid for weapons-grade material. Locate and destroy their mining equipment.
Come on, come on.
unit approaching.
Mhm.
This research could have unimaginable
Meow.
repercussions. Be on your guard. Heads up, a Grineer assault team is headed your way. Target found. Destroy it. Target found. Destroy it. Target found. Destroy it. Excellent work. You have managed to thwart potentially dangerous discoveries from being fully realized. For now.
Aha! There we go. It's like glitching out a little bit. You know.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Was it Steinax? Yeah, Steinax. It's a trippy looking character. He's got a crazy mohawk, man. A little bit more. Hello. So since we're going into Helene, let's use something that I need to level up. Preferably something that's level 0.
Operator, are you enjoying the view? Ready for action.
Can't really use the vitality, so we'll just throw that on and call it good. I guess we need flow on more than we need that. More than we need that too. So let's put flow on. Let's figure it out. Yeah, I think let's just go from there. And then since we're trying to level up the frame itself, let's put on a gun that still gonna hold its own pretty well. Fast hands. Um, I guess we've had that Dex Nikana on for a while. Let's put these guys on, and then let's mod these a little bit. I think that's all we can do there. All right. Let's try that. It should be able to, well, let's actually change our Necros a little bit. Appearance. Excuse me. I don't know. I don't feel like it makes much sense to buy a skin for him. So let's, I like that. That's pretty cool. So first ability should be Soul Punch. So that should be a kind of a fun one to use. Yeah, I really like the blues and the blacks. I like the way they mix too.
Our position has been compromised. Defend
Hmm.
the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
Okay, I haven't used this gun all that much, but we'll see how it goes. Same with these melee weapons. These melee weapons should do a lot of damage, actually. Especially with how it's modded. Soul Punch. There we go, knocked his soul right out. Soul Punch, Soul Punch. Soul Punch. Soul Punch. Yeah, so I got like little minions after I do that, so that's kind of cool. Probably do that a little bit more than anything else here for a little while. I forgot to look at my I forgot to look at my my battle pass stuff. Night Watch or whatever it's called. But yeah, since we got access to Helene, we will probably spend a little while kind of leveling things up and maxing out. And then we'll probably venture on into the rest of the missions here soon. Just needed to do a little bit more of the star map just to get that access to this place opened up. There's another one on Sedna that's kind of like the main leveling area as well. But this game is very confusing. A lot of people get to a point where they get stuck and then they just stop playing. And obviously no one wants the fellow grouping of people to get stuck at places. So if anyone ever gets to a point where they're stuck at any point in time, they have this little chat thing at the bottom left. Yeah, so if you push LT, that's like the chat area. The first one's your squad, and then the next one over I think is clan. But when you're in like the main menu, you can type in there, and 9 times out of 10, it won't take that long for someone to respond back to help you out. But the community is really friendly. There's a few other people who have started playing that are in my little friend group, and they've kind of gotten quite a bit more help from the community than I could ever give as well. So always make sure you ask if you're confused and need help. But yeah, my Necros is already level 3, and we're just on the fifth little area. Forgot that does. I think it's Terrify. Smashed him into oblivion. All right.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
Should we continue on? Yeah,
Continue to defend. You will be
I think we
rewarded for
should.
bravery.
Hmm. I don't know. Should we see how far we can go? Pretty sure we can go pretty far. That was kind of cool. It's Banshee. Did they really already get Banshee to its ultimate? Yeah, they did. Interesting. Yeah, this one. So this ability helps with like turning the bodies into more resources. So that's one reason why Necros is kind of a frame that you want in your party, but not necessarily one that you want to be, is for that reason. So a lot of people put this ability onto like other frames with the helmet, just so that they have it to help like farm materials. I I kind of like Necros, but at the same time, I wish he had some cooler abilities. Like his ultimate is a lot of fun.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or
Mm,
continue fighting?
yeah, let's bounce. Need to put some better mods on it.
That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home.
Mm. All right. So now that we're at that point, let's actually work on maxing some frames out. So got Ash that's pretty close. We've got that weapon.
Saddle up.
Um, chance to explode. That's pretty cool. Um, so we should have a serration that does a little bit more. So we'll put that on. I think for right now that's good. Um, want this Kraken maxed as well. So we'll put the Kraken on. These guys were doing fairly well to begin with. So we'll put these guys on. Um, but yeah, that capacity is not really getting knocked down too much, so that's a good sign. So we're already sitting pretty high in capacity here. but we're barely scraping the surface of what we can put on. So we'll do quick thinking here.
Ordis is
Angry.
I may require maintenance after all.
Streamline is helping us out a little bit. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so now we're going to go back in and we're going to hit a higher round count on this Helene mission. It's almost always people in it, so you should always be paired with someone at the very least, because it's such a high demand mission. Everybody comes here to get their stuff maxed out, so it's like a unicorn kind of situation. If are you kidding me right now?
We are readying reinforcements. Keep fighting, Tenno.
There we go. All right. Get this party started, folks. I'm coming out. Da, 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 da. I don't understand why Snapchat, or sorry, Snapchat. I don't understand why Twitch has been so glitchy lately. I wonder if it could be just everyone doing it before Christmas or whatever. But this is Ash, so this is the like stereotypical ninja Warframe. Your like ultimate is like something that summons like shadow clones of you to assassinate enemies. Otherwise, you can do the smoke screen, or you can actually teleport with enemies. So it's stereotypical ninja, but not necessarily ninja looking, I guess. Or maybe it is kind of a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of a strange frame, but it's still fun. But yeah, it just summons like extra guys. Well, hopefully that fixed it. But yeah, I think a few other people have been having issues with Twitch lately too, like where it's like glitching out pretty consistently. So hopefully it's not something bigger than what we think it is. But yeah, I remember when I first started playing this game, this was one of the characters that I got after a little while of playing, like the first one that I actually built. But they changed where he's at in the game, so he's quite a bit later on now. So it kind of sucks. I decided to buy it just because it's like, I don't know, it's just one of those nostalgic kind of feeling frames for me, I guess. It's like back from like PlayStation 3 times. But yeah, first ability is a shuriken, second's like a smoke screen, and then third is to teleport, fourth is that shadow clone assassination. This prime crossbow looking thing is actually doing pretty good. But yeah, we'll do, I think, 2 rounds at least of this, and it should get us pretty close to max rank. I just need to actually max out some of my frames so that I actually get access to the mastery rank missions. Hey, Semendo. That was a lot of damage really fast. I didn't realize that my health was 1800.
Extraction is ready.
It's quite a bit
Yes,
actually.
you can handle more of the enemy. Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Ugh. Yawning at 8 o'clock. That's crazy. Um. Hmm. It didn't take long to cut through his shield. Normally it takes a lot of bullets to do that, so maybe this thing has enough puncture damage to do it fast. I don't know. Or maybe that's someone else helping. Mm. Ooh. Mm. Kapooey. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on like what damage does the best or what the case is there. I've heard bleeding is the best damage that you can do. So Garuda's abilities are crazy from what I've heard. I haven't done much testing with it, but I really want to get access to the Steel Path and start doing some of the Steel Path stuff because I think you get better gear and loot from that. It's significantly more difficult than this too. What? What hit me? Apparently I'm still getting hit. Keep using that shuriken ability and hopefully that gets me up to maybe 29. I mean, there's quite a bit of XP going in different directions, so that might be part of it as well. Usually, if you're trying to max out one thing, you only put that one thing on and then max out equipment, but I don't got much maxed out equipment yet. Hmm.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
All right, fine, we'll leave.
Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out of here.
Hey, I guessed right, 29. One more grouping of that, and I'll definitely be max rank with all that gear. So maybe that gets me my mastery rank mission for the day. But yeah, for anyone who's just joined that is new to the stream, this is Warframe. We're playing through it since it had an update at some point here recently. On my Xbox account, I am done with everything there is to do with it. I just need to play like the new stuff that they just released. So I'm trying to go through this entire game again on my PC, and then we'll play through the extras. But so far, it's been pretty fun, kind of going back through everything again. I had a lot of people just kind of play through the game missions with me in their lobby. That kind of messed up a lot of things I wanted to do myself. So I'm kind of just vibing and doing it at my own pace. So,
All set. Serviced your weapons myself.
but yeah, right now we're just kind of maxing out some gear and we're going from there. So, welcome to the stream and hope you guys have fun. Hopefully, everyone's having a good Christmas. Everyone's getting all the toys and whatnot that they wanted. I already have Shocking Touch on. I need Northwind. Nope, I have that. You have Fury, but Fury is not maxed out. Let's see if we can max out Fury. Be a good one to have maxed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, let's do pressure point as well. Molten. No, let's do that. Okay,
Operator, do you know which finger the corpus used to count their money?
so that should help out a little bit.
The index.
Let's max out this snake one. Maybe that gets me a little higher. Yeah, it does. Okay, so we'll go back and get Molten. So the reason why I'm doing it this way is because this aura mod or whatever you want to call it, since it's attached, if you max that out, it gives you a little bit more capacity. So I should have played that a little bit smarter there, but
Is your mod collection in order?
now everything's maxed out.
I'm not
Should be
opposed to
plenty of
it.
damage to be dealt to whatever comes my way, and this Kraken is garbage. It's one of those things where it's like just max it out and then sell it. But since that's maxed out, we'll go to this epitaph. Words are hard. But we'll use this prime secondary just for a filler, because it should be able to do damage instead of do nothing. So we'll have that there for now. And then we'll just max out the rest as we see fit. Um, Let's see if we can max out this vitality. No, not enough credits, so that's fine. But we need to start looking into maxing out some of these mods. Eventually, we're going to get some better mods going through the story missions, anyways. So just max out our gear and keep moving on. So, excuse me. That's what we'll do. Nice little defense mission on Helene action.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
But yeah, I didn't work out today because I needed to get some more like other stuff figured out. So did that today and just kind of relaxed and just got some other things done. Just did some chores mainly. It's one of those situations where a lot of things aren't getting done, so I just need to take some time off of what I've been doing and get things done. Maybe I should play the rest of this crab walking like this. Crab walk. Or maybe I just need to stop being silly. I don't know. It is what it is. I think that's a Cora frame that's doing that. Oh, maybe it's like a pet? Yeah, it's pet. I thought that's a Cora pet. I don't know. Okay, steal my kill, why don't you? Hey, Arkansas. It's very trippy seeing that. Excuse you? I thought they called me an old toot. I was like, what?
can handle more of the
Just a little bit more than I should be maxed out.
another opportunity to
I
extract
probably could have left there and been maxed anyways, but oh well. Oh, what? Colossus with the sideways fist bump? The crap, man. Bro fist. Whatever they call it these days. Hmm. What? Is that a potato? Is that a potato with a camera? I'm very confused. I'm a potato. I can't wait until I get access to be an affiliate so I can start making my own little emotes and things for people to get for free. A lot of people have it where you have to subscribe to get them, but I feel like it'll be a lot of fun once I get mine kind of set up. I think that's the best part about Twitch, is just having like all the silly emotes that you can put on people's streams. Mm. Hey, Ash's maxed rank. The weapon I'm using is maxed rank as well. Oh, sweet. Everything's maxed. That helps out a lot. Yeah, the emotes are a blast, actually. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I missed. Get back here. All right, who wants to be impaled? I'll turn you into Olaf if you don't stop. Gah! Oh boy, would you look at that? I've been impaled. Oh, it did like radiation damage to him too. That was actually kind of cool. Spooky, scary skeleton.
Reinforcements available.
Mm.
Do you choose to leave now?
Yeah, we're getting out of here.
That's the last.
No reason to stay. We got our stuff all maxed out.
Let's go home.
Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? Again, I need to get some better faceplates for my controller. I've been saying that for a while now, and I need to just do it. See, so now I have the mastery rank um, thing that I can do. So, um, I think I just need to max out my stuff, dude. Dude,
Ready for action.
I have no idea which one this is, and I don't really care. I'm just gonna do it anyways. Get this done and move on.
Your Warframe is a weapon. Prove you have mastered its power. Ready yourself. Again. A formidable performance. This test is now complete. Another job well executed.
Hmm. Alrighty. It's a fun little mastery rank mission, I guess. Just go crazy
Operator, your inbox exists in a non-zero state.
in a
Can you
non-zero
check your
state.
mail?
Um, so that helps out significantly, but however, there's all these frames that I still need to get maxed out. Um, so yeah, that being said, I'm not too sure on what I want to do there. But since now we have a few maxed out frames, let's go ahead and just start getting the story done, maybe. Party hard. Um, I think let's play as Savagoth Prime, just because he's that cool of a character.
I've run diagnostic regressions.
Let's leave that
This is
on.
phenomenal. You don't need to thank me.
Um, let's use the Dex Takana. Um, let's make sure this is upgraded as much as possible as well. Intensity needs to be on because that's too good of an ability to not have maxed out and on. Continuity needs to be on. Equilibrium. I think that's all of my like kind of higher ranking mods. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. So we got that maxed out. Let's see what we can. Okay, I guess we haven't done anything with this. Molten Impact, Shocking Touch, and Fever Strike. We'll put those ones on because those are musts. North Wind. These are all kind of damage-esque mods. So that should help out significantly. Let's put Reach on and Pressure Point. That should be a good starting point for that. Yeah, I've got a lot of frames. So Ash, um, he's kind of an interesting character. He's more of like a ninja-esque. That's the one I was talking about earlier. Um, he's kind of a interesting frame. He doesn't really he's not necessarily a tank, but he's not necessarily not a tank. He's kind of that middle ground. Uh, Kiyome, um, I don't know. I played Kiyome just to try and like max the frame out. It was one of those like $20 frames that comes with some uh, other knickknacks and stuff as well. So I bought that as like something just to use as like something else for the beginning of the game, just to have a little bit of variety, but also max out other frames early on. So that's how I got to like master rank 6 pretty quickly. But their abilities are kind of weird. Yeah, I'll talk about them real quick. But yeah, basically it's like a puppeteer kind of frame. There's ability that like adds like weird things onto their Mesa is the gunslinger. Mesa's a really good one. Savagoth is like the way to think of him is kind of like a Grim Reaper or like a spirit based one. He's pretty good. Kind of tanky. We all know Volt. Um, Haro, he's more of like a he kind of like breaks his own legs off to do damage. It's kind of weird. His little thing there, he hits himself with really fast, and then whatever's around him when he gets done doing that, all the damage that he takes gets shoved outward, and it's just kind of weird. Like there's weird things like that that he does. It's a good frame, but it's just a different dynamic. But yeah, I really like playing as him. Frost. Frost is a defensive character through and through. You can put giant bubbles onto like defensive positions and protect them. However, if you are playing like any kind of like assassination or survival mission, you can do that as well, but you're just defending a specific point. So if you are needing to do like a mobile defense, it's not necessarily good for that. But I mean, some people build them a different way so that you can do a little bit more mobile stuff, but um, it's only really good for that one point. Necros, he is more of a farming frame. So like if you're trying to get like a specific material, his third ability is called Desecrate. So like every dead body, he kind of like shoves his arm around and it breaks everything down and multiplies your equipment that you're picking up or your pickups. Um, So I have Garuda Prime, but Garuda is a blood-based frame. So their goal is to basically just hit something hard for like bleed damage and then just kind of watch them bleed out. And the more something bleeds out, the more damage Garuda can do. Um, the ultimate is like the claws that come out, and then you're just basically uh, slicing through things, and that's adding multipliers onto your damage as well. I haven't played with Korra yet, but it's kind of a similar idea as Frost. You're kind of defending a point. You activate an ability, and it's a giant chain ball. And anything that gets close, we saw it in one of the last ones. Those chains come out and grab enemies and pull them close, and then you can just hit them while they're just angling. Um, Otherwise, we got Mag. Mag is a magnetic frame, hence the name. Um, thank you. But Mag is one of those more kind of like farming-esque frames as well. You can pull all your like pickups close to you, and then you can just walk right into it and pick up a couple hundred things at a time. Um, but yeah, if you're taking a lot of damage, you can also have like a magnetic pulse that sucks everything in and then blows it back out. So it kind of does some cool abilities like that. Um, Rhino is a tank. Literally, his third ability is to add more armor to him as well. So if you're struggling with like a mission and you are taking a lot of damage, Rhino is kind of the frame that you should be going to right away. Um, but yeah, he also does a damage buff as well. He has an ultimate where he stomps really hard and it puts things in the stasis. It launches them up and just keeps them in stasis for a bit, so you have time to hit him pretty hard, or just get away if you absolutely need to. He's got a dash ability as well. So those are the frames that I have currently. Um, I built um, the ones I built have been Frost, Necros, Mag, Rhino. Um, Otherwise, I kind of went on kind of a spending spree. I got the Prime package and got a bunch of platinum for that. So I got Savagoth and then the two primes here. And then that's when I started going kind of crazy. I bought the Ash, Oro, and Mesa. Mesa is still one of the best ones. Mag is at 0 because I just got done building her. On my Xbox account, I had almost everything maxed out, so my mag is pretty low on this one. But yeah, this is one of the frames that you can start out with. You can build it pretty easily in the first couple of missions that you do. Like I think it's the second or third star map that you open up. And then you just do the boss fight and then you get all the parts for mag. So if you are starting out playing the game, you can obviously pick whatever one you want. The three are Volt, Mag, and Excalibur. You can build both Mag and Excalibur by just doing the story missions and doing the assassinations, and you'll get that pretty quick. Volt is a little bit more complicated. You have to build him through the dojo if you don't start out with him, and he's one of the best ones to do for the like open world missions. So like his shield later on, you're gonna get a point where you can use your operator. So not the frame itself, but like a whole like separate like human operator. And the way that you do damage is you have this little ability where you can like shoot this like blast thing. You can't do very much damage with the blast thing. It's void energy, so it doesn't do enough damage. So that's why you use your shield for volt, and then you just shoot through that shield with the blast. That usually does enough damage to like kind of get by for the time being. So it's just the reason why I chose volt was just to kind of accelerate the damage that I can do, so I don't have to spend a lot more time later on trying to figure out what missions to do to try and get that void energy leveled up, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's why I haven't really played with any of the other ones, is because Volt is kind of the more important one. So that's why when you look at my frames, you see these little like leaves up here. That's why you see a different one for Volt is because I already put a Forma on it and leveled up Volt again. Just because the capabilities of Volt are just kind of crazy, and I still don't even have like all my mods put on them yet. But I still got 28 capacity that I can still use. So I mean, I do still need to level up quite a bit of my stuff, but I mean, just right there, the frame's got a lot more capacity than it should have, which is kind of funny. But I don't know. It is what it is. Does that make a little bit more sense? Okay, that looks kind of cool. It's almost like a shadow. But yeah, I haven't played as Korra yet on any of my accounts, so I'm kind of curious on how it will play. But at the same time, I'm not going to be surprised if it's kind of one of those ones where it's like, this is just too weird to play as. But yeah, just for instance, like right here, I've almost got everything I would probably need for this point in the game already on the frame. The main ones are flow, vitality, and redirection. As long as you have those three, you should be able to kind of live pretty long in some of these missions. Um, it's one of those things where you got to play around with a lot. So there's these other missions that you go to Maru's Bazaar for, and they're like these Ayatan treasures. You go and play those Ayatan treasures, and you get what's called Endo, so that you can max out your mods. So that's what here. So this is my endo that I have right now, and you need plenty of endo. So I've done a few of those, and I've got some from the stuff that I bought as well. So you need endo, and you need credits to level up mods. The more you level up the mods, the more they're going to help you out. So like with this, I'm just going to level it up one. See if I can level up this one any. Nope. It's that day. But that's more into like how the game works. But as time goes on, you're going to get better at what mods are going to help you out the most. But I don't know. I don't like having frames at zero like this because there's not much you can do until you throw on some mods. So those like aura mods are a big deal, and they help kind of protrude you out further into the game. So like modding Korra right there, um, I've got to do that on almost all these frames. Um, so we always throw Dreamer's Bond, add the max capacity up quite a bit. Then we'll throw flow on. Then we'll look into redirection because that's going to increase your shield, and your shield regenerates, your health does not. So health being at 180 is not a good thing. So I'm going to need to play as this frame a little while before I can even get the like actual mods that I would need for it to be a good frame. Um, but yeah, the whole um, the whole thing with mag is kind of squishy and not as strong of a frame. Eventually, yes, end game you can make it very strong, but early game it's not really too powerful to be honest. However, Rhino. So if we throw Dreamer's Bond on, We throw our flow on because we absolutely need flow, and then we go to redirection, and we go to vitality. Since we have these polarity mods, we can throw all of it on pretty fast. So with Rhino exactly how he is right now, I can go jump into almost any like planet and still like survive somewhat as long as I have a weapon that can do some damage. Say if I go into a let's say what planet is there? If I go into like Uranus or someplace like that, that's kind of like getting to the point where it's a little bit more difficult. I'm gonna need a better weapon, but you still should survive pretty well with just those mods alone. Uh, yeah, I go off on tangents a lot when it comes to Warframe. There's just so much content to kind of learn about. It kind of gets overwhelming sometimes. Mm, reaction, vitality, flow. Mm, continuity as well is a good one. Equilibrium is important, but it's not that important. But we will definitely do that instead of, I guess. Okay. Mm, so that's kind of a good spot to start with there. Mm, when you get this burst in maxed out, um, we'll use the flame sword as well, just to get that maxed up as well. But yeah, this thing can't do crap for damage. There's just not enough really to do a whole lot. I mean, we'll add that on. That does a little bit more damage, but
Truly, Operator, you possess
mm,
a breathtaking level of craftsmanship.
I don't like it. Don't like it, so I'll get it done. Get it maxed out and done with. So we'll play one more match of Helene. Kind of get a little bit more gear maxed out just to get a little bit more leeway on my MR rank. And then I think we might end up calling it soon, at least for
The enemy is
Warframe
on
on the
our
stream.
doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
So another Iatin star is what I just picked up there, and that's the important stuff that you need for the endo. But yeah, let's take a look at our abilities here real quick. So condemn, just kind of trapping enemies so that you can attack them. This is where like the abilities get weird though. Appendance, just kind of hits yourself to do more damage to other enemies. Um, this one is also kind of interesting. But the ultimate is still also kind of confusing as well. It basically just protects your allies as well. So it's it's still a character that I'm trying to learn because it's still very different. Um, but so far it's been kind of a fun one to do because it does do a lot of damage pretty fast. But yeah, like putting that on will help protect my allies, so that they don't take much damage. But we'll use this bursting quite a bit this round, or this way around, just so that we get it maxed out too, because I really want to get rid of this gun. Might play some Fortnite tonight, actually. I'm kind of, I haven't been playing that as much lately, and I have enjoyed it quite a bit in the past, and I don't know. I feel like I need to do some testing and whatnot in that game as well. I usually play pretty well on it, and I think this past weekend I played for a little bit, and I did do a duo match where I was wrecking quite a bit of people who were playing in trios still. That was kind of a fun little comment. Okay, maybe I do need to play more Warframe. It seems like they might have added like actual people talking in it. I know for a while they had some like other stuff going on with like the operators, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be more fun. Definitely need to get more mastery rank as soon as possible though, because some of those other weapons and things that you can get are actually quite a bit of fun. Like right here, what someone's playing as a Protea Prime. I don't know what Site 09 is, but definitely something to look into. I really want to max out this gun just so I can toss it, dude. It's so bad. I'm so close to where I need to just max it out so I get the MR from it and then just sell it. Same with that Kraken. That Kraken's good to go once I'm ready to sell, but I need other secondaries before I do that. Yeah, so he's playing as like one of the guys like with the face sticking out of it. I've never seen one of those like actually being played as, so I think I need to do some more playing on this.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
Hmm.
Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out of here.
Oh, yeah. So if you find like a good one, like a good weapon, it's best to use it, obviously, but you still need to max out equipment to get your MR rank up. If you don't do that, you just simply will not get the MR rank to keep moving forward, and it will limit how much gear you can actually get. Um, but yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. That's exactly how I am most of the time too, but I didn't realize that the MR rank was based on like maxing out equipment and frames. So I'm doing a lot more to try and do that early on and see what that does. The game's going well. Like the guy in the last, one of the guys in the last area was playing as a frame with the face ripped off, so that like you could see the person through it. It was actually kind of cool. Um, yeah, if you're confused on like why you're not ranking up, 9 times out of 10, that's the reason why. So yes, a lot of this game is maxing out equipment, which does suck, but at the same time, you're maxing out that equipment to figure out what more can you do to it for it to do more damage. So like when you go into Steel Path, eventually when you get done with the star chart,
Corpus used to count their money.
it will be a bigger deal later,
Index.
but that's why it's important to kind of like passively start figuring out what other weapons you like, because you'll need to use Forma to max or to refresh it and then do more capacity on it. And then you're also going to need to be paying attention to those mods again, because those mods are going to be the reason why you're doing damage and the reason why you're um, functioning well on the field or on the battlefield, whatever you want to call it. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. I think you have quite a few frames as well, so you should have quite a few frames where if you max out some of your frames, you should be able to rank up pretty fast too. Because I think it's like 10% of like your XP is from maxing out frames, I think. I don't know if it still counts after you use Forma specifically, but I know that it's important still to use your Forma to get better equipment. Like this gun, like I said before, I'm literally just gonna finish it out and then sell it. There's no reason to keep it because I'm not gonna use it again. Um, just because it's a crappy gun. Like, I much rather keep this Boltor, and since it's a common one that you get, I mean, I'm just gonna build another Boltor and max it out and sell that one, and repeat, rinse and repeat. Same with the Gorgon. It's not a great gun, so it's one of those ones that's common that you can build pretty easily. When you are wondering why you're not getting more experience, again, do the same thing. Build it, max it out, sell the one that you don't want, and then keep going from there. Um, but yeah, this Gorgon and then this Boltor are two pretty decent guns. I mean, there's not very many guns in this game that are good, good. Like the Bratton is a crappy gun. It's one of the first ones you get. The Heck is a pretty good one for doing damage fast. You can get some mods that do quite a bit of damage. The Hind is a really bad gun. The Latron used to be a really good gun, like early Warframe days. This game or this gun right here is pretty high up on the scale of one of the better guns that you can get. The Rubico is one of the best guns for Eidolon hunts, and that's how you get your operator more powerful. So if you can build this Rubico pretty early, I would recommend doing it. Um, the Soma is another really good gun. It's high magazine count, so it doesn't do like good damage, but after you go through a whole magazine, you've done quite a bit of damage to something. Usually you should kill even a boss with one mag. Um, yeah, the Rubico is actually a really good gun for those Eidolon hunts. Again, you have to mix between void damage and physical damage, and that's one reason why the Rubico is nice, is because you can do a lot of damage with your void abilities, and then that Rubico is how you kind of finish things out. Um, my favorite gun in the entire game is this Czar. Um, I don't really know how to explain it other than it's like a shotgun and a cannon put together. So if you have it set on its base function, it should be a shotgun shell. There's like I think it's right stick in, usually turns it into the cannon fire, and the cannon hits and it does splash damage. So once you hit your first shot, all that other splash damage will hit it as well. So there's been times that I've played as Dante. As I'm playing as Dante, I'll do like the overshield, so I don't get knocked down. And once I do all of that, I just simply don't take damage. So I'll just keep shooting it at things, and it just does crazy damage. Um, yeah, I'm not. Mm, I don't know. It's one of those weapons that you have to kind of get used to. It's not easy to use right away, but after you put like 3 forma on it, you're doing so much damage. It's not even funny. Like that paired with the Zorus is like the two best weapons that I've noticed, at least at the point that I've been at in the game. Um, but I don't know. It's just a recommendation. Not everyone's gonna like it, but not everyone's gonna hate it either. Um, so I need to get the Dracoon. So I need to build this and get that going first. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Buy the blueprint, build the weapon as well. So I don't have the cash for it, so I'll go play another mission, and then I should come back and be able to build that. So once I have that built, I'm going to use that gun until it's maxed, completely maxed rank, and then I'll build the Czar afterwards. So the reason why that's important is because I need it well, first I need to max it out so I get the MR rank before I build the next thing. So I'll get the MR rank from that gun being maxed, and then once I build this, I'll max this out, and then I'll get max rank from this as well. So in that time, during that day of time that needs to go by while the Tsar is building, um, or while I'm getting the parts for it, I should say, I'll be maxing that Dracoon, Drag, Dragon, Dragon, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I'll max that out. It will be easier just to kind of double dip into that mastery rank as I'm getting better equipment. But yeah, it's not going to be perfect for everybody, but I enjoy it a lot. Um, I don't think I even have access to even look at some of these other guns. I guess I can look at them. I just can't do anything to get them. Mm. So here's the Stradaver. I think that's the one that you were talking about, Beauty. So that's one of the better ones. High capacity and high damage. Um, there's a weapon that was in here that I remember people talking about being crazy overpowered. So I need to build this Flumen as well. Yeah, that Stradaver is fun to use. It does so much. Here it is. The Bubonico is one of the best guns in the game from what I've heard. It's like a triple volley of diseased bladders. So it's like a burst weapon, but it still does a lot of damage. But that's my input on weapons. Um, again, it's whatever whoever's playing wants, but it's not really a big deal on what you use as long as you have a way to make it work, you know. Mm. We need to get some of these missions done though. Now that we have that heat sword done, we can actually sell that. We're just gonna use the Dex Nakana for now. And since we've got everything maxed out now, we should be able to go to our missions over here. We do need to do a Stolen Dream. And we need to do the Deadlock Protocol. So start with the Deadlock. Deadlock Protocol.
decided. The fleet has been retrofitted and redeployed to begin at once. New lanes, trawling for old things. By prophet and void, by the blessed handless founder, we hereby invoke the Deadlock Protocol.
Solaris. Be you Sumper, Rail Agent, Crab Diver, or Pit Boss. Hear this. Your comrades, your friends, your family, good people with clear debts are being taken. Vanished. Nathaniel, in his hubris, is writing checks and cashing them with Solaris lives. There is upset in the halls of Corpus Power. The foundations of their kleptocracy tremble. To Neth, we say this. You are seen. To the Solaris, make yourselves heard. To those who have aided us in the past, join us now. You are needed.
Let me do some quick stuff here real quick. Get that shrunk down. And then it should be pretty easy and kind of self-explanatory missions, but we'll see. We'll get through it pretty quick.
Sparky. Yes. Biz and I may be in over our heads on this one. Listen up. This deadlock spat is costing Solaris lives. The Corpus founder, some long-dead cove named Parvis Granum, carries a lot of messianic clout. Well, Neff's claiming the old man's got an heir. If true, that heir can, by rights, claim total control of the board. Board schisms and infighting might be the main reason SU survived this long. If the board unifies under one person, one found by Neff, our people will never see daylight. I need you on this. You in?
All right. Apparently, I gotta go pick up some cookies tomorrow from my sister. My sister. Yeah, that's what that cat is supposed to be from. It's like from like the kimchi streamers subscribers. That's where I got a lot of those silly emotes. So I'm gonna activate this. And then dart over here quickly. Hopefully we can get both of them to stay up at the same time. There we go. That didn't take long. All right. So I've got my triggers where they activate all the way now, instead of like instantly. Just to kind of give the extra support a little bit of a break. It's nice, but at the same time, I don't want to risk something possibly breaking in it. It's a nice controller. Hmm. Hmm. Where are you sitting? I'm kind of curious on why they're only attacking this one. There you are.
It's enough, all right. Patching through.
With but a meager derivatives portfolio and limited vesting options. I never knew my parents. But, as an orphan, poor as I said, I found great riches within the tenets of our glorious founder, Parvos Granum. The corpus became my family.
They fuzzed the band. Keep at it.
Yeah, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I don't know why it's so laggy. I do apologize. Um, hopefully, it's something that kind of solves itself because I can't do anything for it. I'm sorry. I wish I knew a little bit more about what I could do, but it says the bitrate is higher than its recommendation rate, so I don't know what to think about that. Yeah, that's true, but still, it sucks for those of you who don't have Twitch. Okay, we're attacking B. But yeah, one part that's nice about having an absolutely maxed out Volt is like you do one or two abilities and it kills everything. um, but yeah, looks creepy as hell.
And my humility grew vast. I began to see a
Excuse me.
certain similarity. I wondered, who am I really? After a protracted negotiation, my birth mother sold to me the secrets of my conception.
Wait, what? Get that signal back.
All right, what's going on? Excuse you. Let me work on my accuracy a little bit, but we're doing good.
Mission program. It was an epiphany. It would seem that I am one of the sons of our late, great founder.
Um,
And
I'll wait until he's done talking.
importantly, his heir. Now I have only to prove it. That is where all of you come in.
Brass on this mucker. I have to protect my people from this trust fund lunatic. Do your thing. I'll check in with my whisper network. Let you know what they're saying. Talk soon. Brass!
Mhm.
The data you have collected here today will go a long way in supporting our cause.
Alrighty.
Got dirt that isn't safe to shovel out in the open. You know where to meet.
Maybe just to kind of keep things moving a little bit more interestingly, let's keep the Gorgon on for right now. Change the way that looks, and then let's add some damage. So that's a big thing right there for the Gorgon is a ammo and speed reload. Obviously, we are not keeping this thing for very long. Let's see what we got for stuff we can build. But yeah, the Gorgon's not a perfect weapon by any means. It's not actually all that great either. It's just something to kind of use and 69. Something to use just to kind of get kind of maxed out and toss off to the side. All right. Let's go look for Utico. Oh, I thought it was going to give me a cutscene.
So, Neff's making a succession play. Sumper thinks he can prove he's a sprog of noble descent. No idea how. Parvus was assassinated before any of us were an itch. Biz?
Look familiar, Outworlder. Warframe, yes, but one of a kind. Protea. Legend says she was built specifically for and assigned to one Parvos Granum. Yes, part of a deal Granum cut with the Ulakin themselves. Granum was no amateur. He had real power. Our
Chewy.
agent side says Neff's techs have found a lead on Protea's whereabouts. Protean traces, they're calling them.
Granum, the original taxman. Killed when someone, a board member most likely, sabotaged the void drive of his personal transport. Neff wants gene proof, but there's nothing left to scan.
And yet so they believe they found Granum's Warframe bodyguard, who was with Granum when that void drive went critical. So, who is to say what's true?
Our people are vanishing because of this. That's true, I know it. I don't care if Parvus Granum is dead, alive, or making change tap dancing in a Grenier officer's mess. Sparky, you find what Neff's looking for. You'll find out what happened to our people. Get on it.
Wants me to go back to the orbiter. Well, we'll see what's going on.
detectors should be on board. Not sure what they look like. See what you can find.
It's, right. It's a great, big hand.
Granum tribute.
Ha!
He's missing his left hand. See if you can.
Another engineering blunder? We need confirmation. Reset and get our next volunteer into position.
What was that?
I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen one before. Small, though. About as big as a person. Patch me into the system. Could do with some noise while I'm eyeballing the bits.
Nathaniel, you are found. Remember the first days of Fortuna. Your failure, our victory. Without the Solaris, your aspirations are nothing. Return our Solaris brothers and sisters. Or to nothing. So I swear.
Just destroys everything, dude. It's nuts. I mean, yeah, this is a lower rank mission, but still, it's just crazy just doing that once and just watching everything die in your wake. Oh, I forgot to bring back up my YouTube chat. I'm trying to like kind of multitask and get some of my clips as well during the game.
Ready now? Perfume tray spiking. It's time! Send in the next volunteer!
They're gearing up for something.
Alright, let's stop it here and put it back on YouTube chat. There we go. Make sure everything's going well. Okay. There we go. That's better. Now I can look at both chats. Haha. Ha ha. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
What is that thing?
I'm not. Outworlder, hold position. I'm getting something.
Guys, don't touch the hands. Really don't touch the hands. Oh, it's so weird. Using mouse and keyboard to shoot is weird. At least to me it is. To other people it's probably normal, and that's probably an easier way to play, but there's too much other stuff to do. Like, meaning, like, everything else, like maneuverability. Like, yes, you can aim a lot better, but everything else I don't think is easy at all. I kind of want to play an entire stream on mouse and keyboard, though, and just be like, hey, we're going to try mouse and key for once. G'day, your Frost Nova. So this is what I'm gonna do here. So this is that shield that does double the amount of damage. So you see how it's doing like 100 to these guys? That's one thing I need to get better about using, just because it maximizes your damage output. And that's why a lot of people choose Bolt in the beginning, just because it's a little bit nicer to use when you're lower rank and kind of struggling to do damage. So like this gun doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but easily just tear some of these guys apart if I want to.
What is this? What are
If
we
you have a clan, like a group that you play with, it's not a big deal. Like you can easily build a clan dojo and then build that stuff for like easily without
Sparky,
any
get
issues.
out
But
there. Well, we make sense of this.
well, you can even pick it up and take it with you. I kind of forgot about that. But just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind if you're wanting to play um, and you haven't tried it before. I would recommend at least starting out with Bolt and then just kind of start building the other frames. Yes, it takes forever to build a frame. Like you got the 12 hours for each individual part. You can build all three of them instantly, and then that way, after that first 12 hours is done, to build the actual frame itself is 72 hours. So yeah, it kind of sucks quite a bit building a new frame, but you can only have so many at a time unless you buy slots, and you only get so much platinum when you first start out. I would personally buy the slots because the slots are going to be a bigger deal than anything else you can get for the amount of platinum that you start out with. But platinum is the premium currency. You can only get platinum by spending more money
Excellent work, Tenno.
or selling extremely valuable things in game to other people, like using Warframe.market. So I would definitely only buy the slots with the platinum. Just that way you don't overwhelm yourself with equipment right away, or not overwhelm yourself, but like that way you don't use it for something else. Like I think you might be able to buy. I think it's only 50 plat. I think that you get at the beginning. I think it's something like that, but you should be able to buy a Warframe slot and then a weapon slot. And I would leave it at that. I would do like the bare minimum that you can there and go from there. It's kind of a big deal if we're being totally honest, because otherwise you can't have frames. But that's one thing where it's important to like figure out what frame you like and then sell all the other ones as soon as you max them out. Just get rid of them. If you don't have a use for it, just sell it, get rid of it, and keep the ones that you actually like and that you actually want to play with. I've got a fixation with like collecting everything because it is a looter shooter, so I want to collect everything there is. So I spend a little bit of money. Uh, I'll be honest. um, but if you do buy a frame, you automatically get a slot and you get an Oracle cell connected to the frame itself. That adds more like capacity to your frame. Um, but it's not like you absolutely have to get it that way. Some frames are a lot more difficult to get than others, but
And my many, many supporters across the Origin system.
mhm.
Everyone is asking, when will I, Nefanyo, end this uncomfortable...
I think we're about to the point where we get the
How many kids
uh,
are going to grow up in the feds because of this?
Zorus.
How many parents lost because I
For some reason, I think that's the motion it does.
my job?
Yugi. There's a Vent kid a very long time ago who would have hero worshipped the woman she became. You're enough.
If Neff intends to visit that pocket for his proof, he won't risk himself. Not at first. Sparky, you can beat him to it. Biz has figured out how to activate Neff's Granin trains. You won't believe this.
These tributes are essentially coin operated.
I apologize, guys. I am starting to get kind of tired, and that means I'm going to get kind of squirrely.
Neff, as the
Squirrely and silly.
with a united board behind him, will be hell for us and workers everywhere. See if you can get across first. Tax whatever proof he's hoping to collect, muck up his plan, and find our people.
My sister and I would do that all the time to each other. We'd just be like, every time we'd see each other at the gym or wherever, just people thought we were freaking crazy, dude. I swear. It was so funny as heck just to see someone else just be like, that was just the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. I don't care what anyone else says. That was definitely the best part. Um, but yeah, I guarantee you there's probably some people who thought I was so far gone and crazy that they probably would have called the cops on me if I was anywhere else other than the gym or someplace like that. See me downtown, and you just hanging out, drinking my drink, eating my sushi, just ah ah knife hand coming to coming to life, I guess. What? What? I like how it's giving me Railjack missions, even though I don't have a Railjack or anywhere close to getting a Railjack anytime soon. I don't think we even have access to mirror defense either. Ooh, speed trigger. That'd be a good one, actually. Oh, I forgot about that. I need to do that here soon because that will change this gun significantly. All right. Don't remember where else I had to go. Is this a spy type mission? If this is the spy mission, I should get all three parts for said Zorus right into this mission. Yeah, I need to relax. I'm getting a little too squirrely.
To cross over, you'll need to find a Granum crown first. Search the area. If you make it across, keep an eye out for our people. They may have survived. I've told more than enough kids their parents aren't coming home.
I definitely need to do some work on getting my stream kind of figured out. Twitch does have some like alerts that you can use pretty easily, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why I'm not using them. Whoa. I just got more followers. I've got 28 followers. Like that right there is kind of like what I'm talking about. Like, um, that's what I should have been on. I should have been on Stream Manager. Uh, that's okay. You got it. You got it all kind of figured out here. Um, it says I've got 28 followers, but I have 25. I don't know what that means. Maybe something's going wrong there.
Cruz, the tomb is verified intact. Dispatch the treasurer with my offering. It's time I paid tribute myself.
Oh, I want to kill you.
That chance.
I want to kill you, buddy.
The tax man.
Sorry, but you need to go.
If
All right.
only Parvos could have lived to see this day. Imagine his face, beaming with pride, as he bestowed upon me, his son, that sacred golden hand. My surgeons have assured me the procedure will be quick and painless. A pound
Procedure.
more flesh for a glorious new legacy.
I'd pay top credits to crap in Neff's coffin. Double if he was still alive.
Agreed.
One scan of Parvos Granum, and my lineage shall be proven. None shall deny me. What? Tenno? Again? Not today. As Parvos' heir, it is my offering to make. I am coming, Father. It is I who shall pay tribute. Your Neff is almost home. They must not reach him before we do. Is that understood?
Him! As if the body would still be intact. Something's off. Get to the tribute. Expect some friction.
So I think Twitch itself is supposed to have something where it does that too, like where it puts it up on display, like over the screen. So I need to kind of get that figured out too. I know that there's other like third-party things that you can get too. I just don't really want to spend money for it. And I know that some of them have like paywalls, so I want to be careful with how I do it. So I need to just kind of play around with it a little bit more and see what happens.
We've got a lock on you, Outworlder.
Okay.
It has been so long since these old eyes beheld another living thing here in the sanctuary. I am Parvos Granum. Thank you for finding me.
I am the void. You are alive. My faith never wavered.
I live. Treachery seethed within the heart of the faith I had built when the board's assassins overloaded my transport's void drive. Protea, my beautiful Protea, and her gift for manipulating time preserved me.
I really don't like this guy.
But at the cost of all that she was. Now she is nothing more than a specter of her former self. My beautiful Protea.
Yeah, so the way that works is you have to take, if you
Invited here.
are using one or the other, since I'm on OBS, I have to take the code itself and put it into a certain section for it to work. From what I understand, I just don't remember how to do it, so I need to look up a video on it. But there's like specifics that are capable of doing it that way.
Monuments to narcissism, demanding others.
But yeah, there are third-party apps that will do it too. It's not a big deal. Just need to get it figured out.
For yourself my teachings of self-reliance, perverting them into a flaccid philosophy of sloth, of idleness. Is that you, my son?
A little harsh.
Must be a different son.
I know that must be a different song.
Short as you do every ideal that I value. Your words, your efforts are the model of inadequacy. I called you Protea has
Yeah,
scanned her kin, and with that, she is reinvigorated.
I um
Now,
I
my
just decided to
lovely
use OBS just
beautiful
because a lot of people said it
bride,
was a little bit easier
show
to
our
use.
guests the door.
I'm still too new to get it all figured out though. But all in due time. It'll be okay.
We've got a lock on you, Outworlder. Good luck. What the hell?
I just stream directly to
Outworlder,
Twitch on my Xbox
brilliant
whenever I'm
sorcery feeds from a trip you
not at
haven't
home, and
taken
that
yet.
usually helps out a little
Hearing
bit too.
myself say things I've never
It's
said
really
in
easy to
a
get
place I've never seen.
clips when I'm playing with my friends at work,
Yudi, you should see this.
so that helps out a lot
The
as well.
Nef has similar
I'm
laws.
standing on the hand. Can I teleport back so I can go
They
kill him?
have a handle on the time jump, but we've got bigger problems than Neff now. Get out of there.
Why should I?
Not good enough, am I? Inadequate, am I?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying.
Watching me, have you?
It just seemed like, okay, well, guess
How
I'll
about I show you?
do OBS and just see how it goes. It seems
One
like
of these
a
days.
lot of bigger streamers use OBS as well, so it's like, all right, just
Bigger fish to fry.
start off with OBS, try to learn as I go. I need to start working on editing stuff too. I haven't really done much editing, and that's like kind of the main reason why I bought my PC was to do editing instead of just this, but we'll get there.
Another job well executed.
So be really careful when trying to get a PC built because sometimes the parts don't work properly together. So you have to make sure that you have someone who like basically has a degree in it for it to work. Like I've talked to maybe 15 to 20 different people who have built PCs, and they're like, yeah, if you don't have someone who like hasn't like an actual degree in it, don't do it. Just because so many things can go wrong and you can blow the whole circuit board and you have to start from scratch again. So building it is still easier because you can pick out the things that you absolutely need for it. So like if you're a streamer, you can pick out if you're going to use like a bigger graphics card or something like that. Like honestly, my PC has a decent sized hard drive at 2 terabytes, um, or like storage. And then it has like the I think it's 8 terabyte or 8 gigabyte graphics card. So it's like not tiny, but like it's still decent sized for what I need. And then it's got quite a few fans, so it's actually, yeah, today it's been running pretty good actually. It's not making a whole lot of noise. I gotcha. My PC does produce a lot of heat though.
Neff's a bloviating narcissist with the morals of a haunted chainsaw, but at
All
least
right,
that
so we
makes it
got the blueprint
predictable.
for the Zorus, so we just need to go
Thomas.
get the parts, I think.
That mucker is something else. I don't trust Neff, but if any of our own are still alive in there,
We're
we
almost
have to try.
to
Biz
it.
will lead the build on this Zorus gizmo.
Didn't go up in rank at all. That's cool. I guess I was using more stuff. Um, yeah, I've gone through a lot of situations in my life when I was playing paintball. There was a lot of times I'd buy a gun and I didn't do a whole lot of research on it ahead of time, and first gun I bought without even actually playing. Well, I take that back. I rented for a while, then I bought one. I didn't do any research on it though. I just bought one of the cheapest ones I could afford. Ended up with that for a while. It was a mechanical gun, gravity fed, hopper. Didn't work very well. And that was like one of those points where I started kind of like learning quite a bit about what you get, what you're paying for essentially. The gun broke within less than 3 months. It sucked so bad. I was so mad. I bought a. The next one was called an Ion. It's like an electric one, so like it's kind of venturing into the better stuff, but still like lower end. That was always broken. Would always have weird things going on with it. Sucked, but it was still a little bit better to use than everything else. Um, After that, I did the full commitment, sold that, bought $1,000 Ego 11 is what they call it. That's like the top end of that point in time. And let me tell you, going from a $200 gun to that $1,000 gun was almost like going from like a cheap, beaten up Volkswagen to like a Ferrari. It was the best feeling ever, but um, it just goes to show you get exactly what you pay for. So if you would have done all of that the first time into the $1,000 gun, you probably wouldn't have had to buy so many other ones before you got there. So that's one thing that I've always grown up with in the back of my mind. So obviously, I don't want to spend the least amount of money because obviously that's not going to be good equipment. But that's kind of what I was thinking about when I bought my PC as well. Just don't go overboard, but obviously don't go so far under that you're not getting what you need to get going, you know? But yeah, I've gone through a lot of things in life where I've had that happen, so I always do as much research as I can on something before I buy it because I need to know exactly what's going to happen before it happens, just to problem solve a little easier. But that's kind of how I grew up. I try to be, not always, but sometimes it pays off quite a bit. I had a professor, or not professor, it was a high school instructor for like a robotics class. That was the first time that we had a robotics class at that school. And I actually learned a lot from him too. He was the kind of person who would do research on whatever job he's getting into before he does it. And apparently not a lot of people do that. Um, so I kind of admired him quite a bit, and I kind of said to myself, there's no reason in doing something like that unless you know exactly what you're getting into. So that's why I do a lot of research on things as well. Like for this game, I did a lot of research actually, and that's how I know so much about it is because when in doubt, go look it up and figure it out on YouTube. But yeah, I have a coworker that I work with too at the station who has a PC. He just doesn't build them, but he has friends that build them for a living, and even those friends have done things like put the GPU chip into the motherboard, and as soon as they did that, there was a loud pop, and the whole motherboard just blew up. So even people who actually know what they're doing still have issues with PCs. So that's one of the reasons why I ended up just buying the pre-built one I have now. But I don't know. It is what it is. There's always new stuff coming out too. I've got another friend too who was kind of egging me on to get a PC for a while that I used to work with, and he's kind of started watching my streams again here recently too. He was one of the ones who like encouraged me to start streaming as well. So, but yeah, shout out to Tony from Walmart when I was still working there. So, um, but yeah, yeah. Mm.
I am calling it the Spectre Particle. As my Archimedeans explained, mimicry is in its nature. An echo exposed to precept circuits, we are able to imprint behaviors, like an infant mirroring her surrogate. Only this infant can set
Mm.
the world on fire.
Kind of forgot I could do the speed boost. Every now and then I do forget what frame I'm using, even though I'm staring at it the whole time. So sometimes it does get kind of aggravating that I don't remember what I'm doing. All right, have a good one. Hopefully you have a good shower. Hopefully it helps relax you. Here soon I'm probably going to be jumping off and showering as well and getting ready for bed. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, if it wasn't for Tony, I wouldn't be streaming. So I owe a great deal to Tony.
Parthos granum originated spectre particle
You
theory.
got some fun little like emotes too. Is that a
This is
Pokemon?
a whole other order of intelligence, and that's bad for us. Get back to your ship.
All
I
your like,
figure out this Zorus thing.
what is it? Your gifted subs that you've gotten. All right, so we should be able to build the Zorus now is what's going on. So
Another job
we'll go back, build the Zorus, and I think we'll probably end stream for today. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the most fun parts of
Thanks for the fast
Twitch. I know I
forwarding,
said that
sir.
earlier, but it's
Now,
just
listener.
kind of
These
interesting.
findings indicate Parvis might be close to translating himself from that reality into our own. We're not exactly sure how, but we're getting some odd readings. You've got to build the Zorus before Parvis gets free.
Hmm. It still hasn't gone up any, dude. Yeah, but no, I get what you meant. All right, let's build this Saurus, collect it.
A weapon. Glaive class, but with an energy trap. Spectre particles, maybe. Has a mid-flight detonation trigger. Tricky, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Gear up and let's go.
So let's add some speed into it. I think we'll probably leave it there for right now. That speed is going to be a huge deal. Okay, I like the way that looks. That looks kind of cool. So we're going to go back to Helene. We're going to do some leveling up, but first let's grab a frame that we can level up to. We'll use Rhino. Basic enough, but still do enough damage. We'll do one more match of Helene, just to try to get it kind of maxed out. At least get some capacity points so that we can actually use it.
You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
But yeah, this thing just shreds enemies, dude. I don't care what anyone else says. This thing's just good at doing multiple hits of damage to like different like groups of enemies. So I guess we have a Necros. Yeah, we do. But yeah, I do need to get more experience for Rhino itself, just so that I can get the Iron Skin ability. But yeah, this Saurus is just crazy. You do a little bit of Forma on this thing, and it's just nuts the damage that you can do. The longer you hold B, the longer or the further it will go. So like you just need to time it like where you throw it exactly as far as you want, and you can blow it up like whenever you want there. But I always just throw it as far as possible and then blow it up when it gets close. Just make it easier on yourself. Just always throw it as far as possible. Honestly, there's so much time that I just go by just literally just throwing the thing. Um, but yeah, if you guys are enjoying watching the stream, make sure that you leave that little follow. Obviously, it's free. I'm not an affiliate yet, so it's not like I can have you subscribe or anything like that. Um, but if you guys are kind of enjoying this, the entire road to the end of the game will be streamed, so it's not like there's going to be anything that is going to be critical to the story that I'm going to play off stream. Mainly that's going to be for like leveling equipment up. I'll be playing just kind of whenever. I get that it can be kind of boring sometimes, so I'll try and make sure like the more important points of the game itself I'll be streaming. But we already got our iron skin at that bottom right. That second ability is what that is. I guess we just got so many of those guys that we can't really do much. Can't figure out which ones are which. Not really the do much part, but can't figure out what to hit. What the heck? What? What? Yeah. Are you friendly or are you foe? You are friendly. I'll just toss these guys around like ragdolls then. The weirdo kid is hitting you. What are you gonna do? Thank you, Wukong Prime, for taking all my kills. So, the beating heart. So, this this gun kind of reminds me of that like part where Kylo Ren is like more. It's just funny, but that's what it reminds me of every time it shoots. Oh, oh. Get wrecked. No more fart sounds. But yeah, I think the Saurus is definitely the weapon to use if you are confused on what to use, or you just want to try something different. It's just a fun weapon to use. Like what the Biz said, it's a glaive weapon, so it's going to be a disc that you just keep throwing over and over. But as long as you're paying attention to what you're throwing it at, you should be okay. Like earlier, I threw it right in front of me and blew it up, and I still didn't really take any damage or move. I mean, 2 hits and it took down an X-Miss, so that should be telling you something there.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
I would prefer to at least get the 10 so that I can get my Zorus up a little bit. Because it's already rank 7, so might as well just get a little bit more. Like right there, it just hit multiple guys at the same time. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it's a no-brainer. I feel like if you're not using the Zorus, you don't understand how it works, which is fine, but I don't know. There is definitely a learning curve with this weapon. Obviously, you do not need to complete the mission to get it or use it. You can use it the second you build it. It's another part that's actually kind of cool too. Like right there, it just bounced off the wall. I feel like it definitely is. I feel like if you use your forma and properly mod it, this thing will take out anything. On my other account, I didn't, I take that back. On my first account, I don't think they quite had it in the game yet. And then on my second account, I was like, you know what, this this weapon's actually kind of cool. Let me mod it quite a bit more and see what it can actually do. Holy crap, dude. I've killed bosses with like 2 or 3 hits before. Obviously, yes, they are weaker bosses, but usually it takes a lot more than just 2 or 3 hits to take something down, regardless of what it is. Even these grunt guys, sometimes they take 2 hits. So seeing it do that much to like a boss at one point was crazy, but I modded it so much more past that to where I call it the god tier, just because you throw it and you blow it up in something's face and it does 303,000 damage, which I don't know about you, but I think that's quite a lot, especially in a game like this. Definitely a weapon to start getting kind of used to and get ready for Steel Path. So I think this is definitely one to take into like the boss fights for Steel Path. I don't know about like the survival or exterminate missions. Those are going to be kind of difficult to do. Steel Path is basically just making them quite a bit stronger and you a little bit weaker. So you have to try and find other ways to do damage. But yeah, I think another honorable mention is the Dex Nakana. It's another really good melee weapon to use. The Broken War and just War is another good one too. Big thing is just mod it well, and it should do fairly good. I don't know. I know there's a few others, so you just need to get time in with the weapons and see what you like. I know a lot of it might end up close quarters, which some people don't want to do with a glaive weapon like this. that was actually kind of a cool little moment, just using that explosive rocket. It's not like explosive, I guess, but it's like a concentrated burst or whatever. Again, I love this Horus. Sorry, rank 12. Should jump up to like rank 20 by the time we're done with this. I should be using my abilities on my frame a little bit more. I mean, this is, again, just with a Fury mod, and this is hitting pretty hard. Yes, I do have a, like, pet that's hitting too. But I guess this is considered a heavy attack, and that's why it's doing so much, from what I understand. So, like, if you actually hit him itself, it does more critical damage, I think. Like, so, if that actually hits someone and then you blow it up, it does, I think, another 15% more or something like that, 15 to 30. Obviously, this Gorgon isn't doing very well. Alright, get out of here. Again, the Zora saves the day. It's just nuts, dude. I think that's not an enemy Nox. Yeah, we're good. Alright. So, on that note, I think we are probably going to jump off and just kind of kick it back before we fall asleep. So, I'm going to try and go see some family tomorrow before I have to work, but we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well, and hopefully all of you guys have a good, happy Christmas, and yeah, keep on keeping on. It's gonna take 24 hours to build. That makes it a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, just with that one match, I mean, we're at 14 now, so I mean, we got all this capability to put on more stuff, but I think we're probably just gonna go straight for the equilibrium. Just seems like a better buy. Alrighty. So on that note, I hope you guys have a good Christmas, and I hope everyone gets what they wanted and at least gets to see their family. Um, Christmas has been kind of a weird time for my family, so um, yeah, just hope everyone else has a really good Christmas, and thank you for picking my stream to watch, and I hope you get some good sleep. All right, take it easy, guys. Have a good one.